Maximilian and Viljosan stand on the shores of the fish and feet fetish island, the sun setting in vibrant hues of orange and pink. The air is filled with the sounds of waves lapping against the shore and the distant laughter of islanders celebrating their unique culture. After the chaos of their recent adventures, they decide to settle down and explore this peculiar paradise. As they begin to explore the island, Maximilian starts to feel strange. At first, he brushes it off as exhaustion from the battle with Yanniken's crew, but as the days pass, he notices something unusual. His stomach begins to swell, and he can't shake the feeling that something is off.
Viljosan,
He says one evening, looking out at the ocean.
I think something's happening to me.
Viljosan, busy examining a particularly colorful fish, glances over.
What do you mean? Are you feeling sick?
Maximilian hesitates, then takes a deep breath.
No, I think I'm pregnant.
Viljosan drops the fish in shock, his eyes wide.
Pregnant? But how? Who's the father?
Maximilian turns to him, a playful smirk on his face.
It's you.
Viljosan's jaw drops, and he stumbles back, trying to process the revelation.
Me? But how? We never...
I don't know how it happened.
Maximilian laughs, but there's a hint of seriousness in his tone.
But it seems like it's true.
Overwhelmed by the news, Viljosan decides he needs some time to think.
I need to clear my head.
He stammers, and without another word, he wanders off toward the island's infamous fish brothel, a place known for its eccentric clientele and unique experiences. Inside the brothel, the atmosphere is lively, filled with laughter and the sounds of splashing water. Viljosan finds himself drawn to a particularly alluring perch, its scales shimmering under the dim lights. As he engages in a surreal encounter, he loses himself in the moment. But as he's caught up in the experience, a sudden realization hits him. In the midst of the bizarre intimacy, he thinks about Maximilian and the unexpected responsibility that comes with fatherhood.
What am I doing?
He mutters to himself, pulling away from the perch.
I can't just run away from this.
With newfound determination, Viljosan rushes out of the brothel, his heart racing. He navigates through the bustling streets of the island, dodging curious onlookers and colorful stalls selling all sorts of fish-themed trinkets. He finally reaches Maximilian, who is sitting on the beach, gazing out at the ocean, a serene expression on his face.
Maximilian!
Viljosan calls out, panting slightly.
I'm ready to be the father.
Maximilian turns, surprise flashing across his face.
Really? You mean it?
Yes.
Viljosan exclaims, his voice filled with conviction.
I may not understand how this happened, but I want to be there for you and our child. We'll figure this out together.
Maximilian's eyes light up with joy, and he rushes to embrace Viljosan.
Thank you. I was worried you'd run away.
As they stand together, the sun setting behind them, they feel a sense of unity and purpose. The island, with all its quirks and eccentricities, suddenly feels like the perfect place to start their new life together. They may not have all the answers, but they are ready to face whatever challenges come their way, hand in hand. They are looking out at the horizon, ready to embrace their new adventure as a family in this strange and wonderful world. As the months passed, the couple prepared for the arrival of their squid-like baby, decorating their small shed with colorful fish-themed decorations and gathering supplies. They were ready for the adventure of parenthood, and their love for each other only grew stronger. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the day arrived. Maximilian went into labor, and with Viljosan by his side, they welcomed their child into the world. A beautiful, squid-like baby with big, curious eyes and soft, wiggly tentacles. They named him Callosaurus, and their hearts were filled with joy as they held him for the first time. For 2 blissful years, they lived as a happy family, enjoying the island's unique lifestyle and raising Callosaurus in a loving environment. They spent their days exploring the beaches, swimming in the ocean, and indulging in the island's peculiar traditions. However, their peaceful life was soon disrupted by the arrival of a new character, Yoppemoikka. A 50-year-old creep with a penchant for lurking, Yoppemoikka drove a white van and began to stalk Maximilian and Viljosan. Every night, he would slowly drive by their shed, leaning out of the window and calling out,
Moikka.
in a sing-song voice that sent shivers down their spines. At first, they tried to ignore him, but his persistent presence became increasingly unsettling. One night, as they were settling down for bed, they heard a noise in their living room. Maximilian's heart raced as he whispered,
Did you hear that?
Viljosan nodded, his eyes wide with concern.
I'll check it out.
As he crept into the living room, he was horrified to find Yoppemoikka standing there, completely oblivious to the intrusion. He was engaged in a bizarre act, fucking a fish he had somehow brought with him. The sight was so shocking that Maximilian fainted, collapsing onto the floor.
Maximilian!
Viljosan shouted, rushing to his partner's side. But before he could react further, Yoppemoikka turned to him, a creepy grin spreading across his face.
Moikka! I've come to take you and Kallesaurus on our adventure.
Without waiting for a response, Yoppemoikka grabbed Viljosan and Kallosaurus, pulling them toward the door.
We're going on my boat. Ite il be fun.
He insisted, ignoring Viljosan's protests. As Yoppemoikka dragged them outside, Viljosan struggled to break free.
Let us go. We don't want to go anywhere with you.
But Yoppemoikka was surprisingly strong, and he shoved them into the back of his van. Maximilian slowly regained consciousness, groggy and disoriented. He looked around, panic rising in his chest as he realized what was happening.
Viljosan, Kallesaurus!
He shouted, but it was too late. Yoppemoikka had already driven off, leaving their peaceful life behind. As the van sped away, Viljosan and Kallosaurus exchanged worried glances, unsure of what awaited them. They had faced many challenges together, but this was unlike anything they had encountered before. The adventure was far from over, and they would have to find a way to escape Yoppemoikka's clutches and return to their happy life on the island.